Hey, good afternoon. Welcome. Microsoft Excel. Still doing lesson 1. We're now on exercise 7 in your books, page 393. Okay. Make sure you're in a book and you're on page 393 so you can follow along exactly with what I do. And actually, we're going to do a little bit different. We're actually going to complete this assignment in Google Drive using Google Sheets. So from your Google Classroom, click on the assignment, and this is assignment 7, Microsoft Excel, lesson 1, exercise 7. And we're actually going to create a new form. We're going to create a spreadsheet this time. Do the green one. And there it has created our assignment for us. Let's click on that assignment, and it's going to open up a new window or new tab, and we can start reading the directions and start making. We're going to make a stock tracker is what we're going to make. So let's read some directions. 393, please follow along. In our application skills, it says we are learning about the stock. That may be true, that may be not, I don't know, but each student, you'll have $20,000 of pretend money to invest in the stock market. You'll make your selection from, and I'll show you actually how to find the stock market, and we're going to use Google Finance to find different stocks, and you'll actually get to pick 5 different stocks to use. And then, like maybe every 2 or 3 weeks, we can update it and see actually if you made wise choices that made money, or if you made poor choices that lost money. So let's start with the exercise directions. 393. Please be with me on 393. Okay. We're not going to start Excel. We're going to be in Google Sheets. But we will change it to, like it says, 07 My Stocks. So you click in the title. And we're just going to start typing. We don't even have to delete or anything. We're going to go 07 and call it My Stocks. Underscore. The double X is for your initials. Click OK. And our title changes. Okay, page 393, continue with the directions. It says type a title for your worksheet. And today's date in row 2. Actually, let's go to A1. And let's just call this My Portfolio. And then in A2, we'll put the date. And then, let's see, today I'm doing this on the 23rd. But put the date of whatever you are doing and completing this assignment. Continuing, it says in row 7, enter the column names. Okay, so we have stock name. Continuing, I'm reading straight out of 393, so feel free to pause this and type it up and then catch up with me. So we're going to do stock symbol. Then we have purchase. Whoops, need to fix that. Number of shares. And then it looks like we have current value. And then total value. And actually, I need to have number of shares purchased. PUR. Okay. And as you can already tell right away, a lot of them do not fit. So actually, and this works just like Excel. I go in between the 7 and the 8, and I'm going to increase the width of that one. Click on the number 7, and now I can go up to my formatting area, and I'm going to make it in the center. And then this button right here is to wrap the text. And then actually I'm going to center it. So it'll look nice and pretty. Page 393, continue in the directions. The columns are fix the column width and continue. It says to the left of this data area, use the fill to enter a series of numbers in a column from 1 to 5. So we got to insert a row. So it's pretty easy. Go to insert and you just do a column to the left or the right. Well, we want it to the left. I'm going to shrink it down. And Google even provided the series method. Grab the little pull handle, 5, and it creates my series for me. That one's so little though, you may just want to type it by hand. Good. Continuing, 393, page 393, fourth paragraph. Follow along, please. In the total value column for the first stock, so our total value is G8. Enter a formula that calculates the total value for that stock. So we're going to have a formula. Okay, so we need to start with the equals. Why mine disappeared? There it is. Fourth paragraph, here we go. The total value is calculated by multiplying the number of shares purchased by the current value. So the number of shares purchased, and this works the same way. I can just click inside that box. And it added E8 for me, and multiplication, which is actually shift and 8. So we have the number of shares purchased and the current value. So that would be F8. And then hit the enter key, and our formula is now entered. And we want all of them to be this way. And so same as Microsoft Excel. Grab that little square down there, drag it down, and the formula covers with me. Okay. Or you can just copy and paste, whichever one works for you, but make sure you have the same formula in each one. And if you look in this area right here, the formula bar, then it tells me my different formula, the numbers changed. But we'll see if it works here in a little bit. Moving on, paragraph 5, next to the starting portfolio label at the top of the worksheet. And I forgot to do that, so let's go back up there. So that's in paragraph 2. Maybe you covered that part, but I need to catch up. So paragraph 2, in the title, today's date, and the row, we need starting portfolio. So I'm going to put mine in E1. I'm going to go starting portfolio. And then underneath him, I'm going to put current value. Need to fix my U. Fix it again. Hit the enter key. Okay, now we're ready. And actually, this is going to have a formula in it too. And our current value is going to be... Okay, I got it now. We're reading paragraph 5, and we have the starting portfolio label at the top of the worksheet. Enter a formula that calculates the starting value of all your stocks. So my starting portfolio, F1, we're going to want the sum of what I purchased them at. So we're going to want all of these added up to find out the price of a start, where we were at starting. So we're going to use the sum, the auto sum button, which is this weird looking E. Click where it says, and then it kind of starts my formula for me, and all I have to do is click and drag the 5 cells that I want. So we're going to go to purchase price per share, 8D, click my mouse, continue to hold and click, and I'm going to drag it all the way down to the 12, and notice my formula was D8 to D12. Hit the enter key, and my formula should work. For current value, we're going to do the same thing, but do it in this area. So go to the sum. Same thing, and actually I'm going to have to hit this little arrow so I can see, and then have to click back inside of the parentheses. And I can just click and drag. F8 to F12, hit the enter key, and now we're ready. And I just want to check to make sure that formula was working, so I'm going to put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and there it is. So there's my 5s. Here's a good refer. Here's the undo button. Should be your favorite button. It'll fix any problem that you might have discovered. I'm going to check this formula to make sure it works. I'm going to do 5, 5, 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Perfect. Let's undo to get him out of the way. We're going to do a couple other things that are not in this book. For example, if you go to G14, we're going to add the total value right here, because when we're starting this out, remember we only have $20,000. So let's go back to our function button and pick our sum. And we want the sum of all 5 of these. So when we're entering and filling in our information, this will help us to know that where we stand with the 20,000. And since all of these are going to be money, I'm going to start with G8, and I'm going to click and hold and drag all the way down. And looking right here, we have a little money symbol. We know these two are going to be money. Let's click the money. We know my purchase price. Those are all going to be money. And my current value, those are all going to be, you got it, money. So once I type a number in there, I get money. Okay, undo. We are now ready to go find some stocks. Now the book on page 393 asks you to open up this file and do them side by side. But you know what? This is the internet age, so we're going to go to Google Finance. So open up another tab, and that's this gray area, little parallelogram, and just type in Google Finance. And we are looking for this one right here, Google Finance. And this makes it really easy. So as this thing's loading, think of some companies that maybe you would be interested in, or maybe even just know about. And that you would, when you buy stock, you actually own part of that company. Just a little piece of that company. We're going to use this search bar right here. And this will search any company. Let's pick one that everybody would know about, Walmart. And just type in Walmart. Hit the enter key. And for Walmart, if you wanted to buy one stock of Walmart, it would cost you $75.60. A lot of these other numbers don't even make sense to me, but financial people use them to determine if it's a good stock to buy, a bad stock to buy. So, hey, if you like Walmart stock, we're going to get it. You may choose another company, but I'm going to walk you through how to add a stock to our chart, and then you can pick any ones that you want. And stay with Google Finance so everything will be in the same place. Right here, well, I thought I had it. Try one more time. The NYSE, that's the New York Stock Exchange. That's where this stock is traded. And the WMT is the stock symbol that's used. So I'm going to go ahead and put that information in. So our symbol is WMT. It's all capital. I'm going to go back and put my stock name. Well, this is going to be Walmart. Purchase price per share. I'm going to have to go back. So it's $75.60. And that's what I'm going to buy it at, and its current value is $70 because it's the same. So how many shares do I want to buy? Oh, let's start with 70. Remember, I have $20,000. There's 5,000. Okay. Pretty good amount. We can adjust these numbers as needed to get this closer to 20,000 as we put more stocks in. So let's go find another one. And you can do the ones that I do, or you can pick your own, or search a bunch. It is totally up to you. I'm going to do Apple. You know, Apple computers, iPad, iPhones. And see what this one's running at. He is $102.64. I guess that iPhone 6 is coming out soon, so stock is going up. So I'm going to put him. Here's a stock symbol. This NASDAQ, that's the where it's traded at. It's called NASDAQ. We're going to put in AAPL. And I have to go back because I've already forgotten how much it was. 102.64. And how many shares do I want? Well, if I want to stay around this 5,000, so let's start with, let's go 50. Okay, halfway there. Okay, I mean, you can put Nike shoes, and you can invest, you can buy some stock in Nike, $80.12. Let's see what else is out there. Give me another store, perhaps. Oh, I'm going blank here. Toshiba. They make computers, TVs. Oh, not sure of one right there. See, I wouldn't even mess with this because there's so many of them there. So let's just try a bigger company. Let's try Sears. Old department store. Hey, not bad. Hey, I can handle that one. $27.68. I'm going to go with him. SHLD. And this is Sears. I need one that's a little bit lower. $27.68. Now remember, you don't have to do mine. I'm just giving you some examples here. Well, I can buy a lot more stock of this, so let's try 250. No, it's probably too many. Let's go 175 of that one. Okay, that's about good. So I got little, 4,800 to work for these next two stocks. So I'm going to pause and go ahead and pause the video and find two more stocks using this tab right here, using the Google Finance. And then when you have your 3 or once you have all 5, then continue on, and then we'll finish up this assignment. Now I found my last two stocks. You can use these. I recommend you find your own, find something that interests you. But notice I'm still waiting to put in my number of shares, and I'm going to have to manipulate all my numbers to keep me under 20,000. So let's work with some numbers. Let's put 30, and let's see, 92. If I had a calculator, I could do it just perfectly. So let's try 20, see where I'm at. Okay, still got a little bit more, 22, and I'm over, so I can only go with 21. I could manipulate all the rest of these if I wanted to get it even more accurate. Maybe add one more of this, because I do have a low one. Oh, I'm just over. So let's make sure we're under 20,000. If we look back up, our starting value of all of these is 390, and the current value is 390. Okay. Actually, we'll just leave it like this for now. As you start to learn more about stocks, there's other ways to do the values, but we're going to leave it just like this. And now we're going to pretty it up a little bit. For example, I'm going to start at A7 and click and drag and highlight my chart, and I'm going to put a grid in it. And you find that right here between the G and the H. And you have many options, but I want this one that puts all borders. Makes it look nice and pretty. And then I'm going to highlight this top row, and I'm going to make him bold. And then I'm going to add a little background color. I'm going to put a light gray with it. Now when I check it again in 2 weeks, the only thing I'm going to change is this column right here. So I'm going to change him to yellow, because I want to make sure that I only change this one. I don't want to change any of these, only this yellow one. And then I'm going to put this exact number right here. So I'm going to type it in as is, 19, comma, 981.56. And then I'm going to click back in it and tell it it's money. And this is my starting amount, and I'm going to mark that in. And I'm going to put one box around all of that, and that's this button here. And then I'm going to give him a different color. Oh, let's give him a light blue. Whoa, I put that over there. Let's try again. And then I'm going to bold him. There we go. So however this changes, I want to know I've always started with that amount of money. And then I can compare, so as I change my value. So in 2 weeks we'll check it again, and we'll come right back to my stocks. And we can change the dates to know when we've checked it. So we started, and let's even go back here and then go to your formula bar and parentheses put START. Close it because that's when we started. So yours won't be 9/23, yours will be whatever date you made this document. And we'll be ready. This thing's ready to go. We are done. This is a little bit more than what they wanted. But let's go ahead and get that thing turned into your classroom. Yeah, before you turn it all in, double check to make sure your column widths, your company name all shows, all your amounts should show. And actually I'm going to make one little switch. I'm going to put this one in the center. Good, and I'm done, so I don't have to do any save button. It tells me right here that all my changes have been saved. Click on the X to close the tab. I'm going to close my Google Finance tab. And the assignment's already there. If I click right there, then it'll bring my assignment back up for me. Close it out. And I'm going to turn it in. And turn it in. And once you turn it in, you are done. So close your book, stack your book, return your headphones if you borrow them from Mr. Threet, and enjoy the rest of your class. Bye-bye.